We're beginning with some breaking news that's coming in from the Indian Parliament, where the proceedings of the lower house have been abruptly adjourned, and this after an unidentified man jumped into the chamber from the visitors' gallery. And following this, he proceeded to reportedly open a tear gas canister inside the chamber as the proceedings of the house were underway. The suspect has been apprehended and has been taken into custody. More details, of course, are awaited. We will continue to bring you all the developments. Notably, December 13th, it also marks exactly 22 years since the terror attack on the Indian Parliament back in 2001. Now, for more on this, we're being joined by our correspondent Siddhant Sibbal. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us about how this event played out and where does the situation stand right now?
Well, the situation looks calm right now. We know that 2 persons have been apprehended. This is, of course, a major security breach, given that 2 persons were able to enter the gallery of the Lok Sabha and were able to mingle in the hall and, of course, shout slogans as well. We also know that they had some canisters with them. But what is shocking, of course, is a security breach happening on a day when India marks 22 years since the parliament attack, the terror attack that happened in 2001. We saw the visuals earlier in the morning where homage were paid to the martyrs of the parliament terror attack. This is still a developing story. We have heard several MPs also now talking about, we have heard MPs talking about that how the people were able to jump into the house from the visitors' gallery and they had canisters and these canisters were emitting yellow smoke and they were attempting to run towards the speakers here. So essentially, this is a developing story, but of course a very concerning one.
Absolutely, Siddhant, you're right. In fact, December 13th, exactly 22 years since the terror attack on the Indian Parliament. And also, Siddhant, what do we know about the slogans and what they were carrying? Is there any clarity on the motive behind this?
Well, as of now, we really do not know the motive. We really do not know the slogans they were shouting, and we only know that they were carrying canisters which was emitting yellow smoke. The visuals are out. Now, what Delhi police have said a short while ago that these protesters, there were 2 protesters, one male and one female, which have been detained by the police, and right now they have been taken to the police station, which is just in front of Transport Bhavan. And the name of the woman is Neelam, and she is 42 years old. The person is Anmol Shinde. The person is from Maharashtra. That is what we are getting to know as of now. But essentially, as the day develops, we'll get more details as to what was the motive of these 2 persons. This is a major security breach, of course, coming on a day when India marks the deadly terror attack which happened 22 years ago.
Right, Siddhant, the day, of course, is of great significance here as well. Now, I just wanted to understand, is this being seen as of now just as a security breach? Because we know it's been 22 years exactly to the day since the terror attacks in 2001 on the Indian Parliament. So how is this case at the moment being treated?
Well, it is being treated with utmost priority and worry because, of course, these people were able to breach the security. Because remember, many of us have covered the parliament, and it's not easy to get access to the parliament. There are multiple layers of security. Essentially, the new parliament, of course, has a similar level of security. So, 2 people were able to get inside the parliament with canisters and also jump into the hall from the visitors' gallery and shout slogans and use the canisters with the poisonous gas. It looks like some kind of dangerous gas. Yellow smoke is, of course, a concerning development. So essentially, it is being treated with utmost priority. And in fact, everyone right now is breaking this big story, given that this is something of a concerning nature. And what we're now getting to know is that the area around the parliament is now blocked, and it's very difficult to move there as well, given that this incident has happened.
Right, Siddhant, of course, this brings back memories of the 2001 Indian Parliament attack as well, the terrorist attack on the Indian Parliament where 5 armed assailants it resulted in the death of, in fact, police personnel as well. So it of course does bring back horrific memories of that time as well. So of course we will be bringing you all the developments on this. Siddhant, I just wanted to understand what more information do we have on this at the moment?
We have the information is that, of course, 2 persons have been detained by the police who were seen as responsible for the entire incident, and these 2 people have been taken to the police station right now, and we have seen the visuals also coming of these 2 persons involved being taken to the police station. But utmost caution, utmost worry, and utmost we know that a challenge essentially that this has happened on a day, of course, India marks the 22 years of the parliamentary attack.
Right, of course, Siddhant, obviously the proceedings of the lower house also were abruptly adjourned. What can you tell us of the situation on ground right now?
Well, I believe that the proceedings will begin very soon. They will start at around 2 p.m. But now we're getting those visuals of the 2 persons jumping in the parliament, the well of the house, and also the smoke also coming. These are very dramatic visuals, and it looks like a major breach in the security. There will be, of course, heads which will roll, given that now the visuals are also coming, that they were able to light up the smoke sticks as well inside the parliament hall. This is truly a shocking development.
Absolutely. So from what I understand, there were 2 people involved in the security breach from what we do know so far. And if I'm correct, Siddhant, you mentioned it was 1 woman and 1 man, if I'm correct here?
There were 2 people, 1 woman, 1 man, and the name of the woman is Neelam. She is 42 years old, and she's from Haryana, Hisar, and the name of the man is Anmol Shinde. He is 25 years old. He's from Latur, Maharashtra. So these 2 people have been detained and taken to the police station, the nearest police station, which is next to the transport bhavan, and they have been detained. So essentially quite a worrisome development that has happened, and now visuals are coming from inside the parliament, how the MPs had to literally flee from that area where the attack, where essentially the security breach happened. And remember, let me just point out that recently we saw Khalistani extremists in US also threatening the Indian Parliament on 13th. Now, this is something that does not look very connected as of now, but of course, one must recall that there is always an ever-present danger to Indian Parliament.
Now we're also getting some voices on the situation. Siddhant, do stay with us. I will come back to you. Let's listen to this first.